And that's what they were thinking. Like, oh, they could just go somewhere else and get a cake.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
personally,
you know.
I don't want like KKK people like making my wedding cake. I'm not gonna go like ask those guys to do my wedding cake.
Yeah.
But
So
at the
it's just
same
openly
time,
Yeah, they're
like
gonna like
they
put
have a
rat poison
huge
and shit in it. Yeah,
they
yeah,
have a
yeah,
voting
man.
cross on
Let's
top of
just
their
say,
building.
yeah.
Like
I'm
just
not gonna
like
be
we're
like,
KKKakes.
let me go get that cake, son.
Yo,
I'm not gonna
yo,
do that.
that's actually some fire name for some racist cakes. KKKakes.
KKKakes.
Yo, KKKakes.
I mean, it's really up to you, dude. We could.
Yo,
Yo,
I'm gonna go to my savior, Allah my father. I gotta get weed, bro.
are you about to fucking?
He's
How
right
long?
around the corner, bro. It's gonna take 10 minutes tippy top.
10 minutes tops.
10 minutes tops. If I'm not back here at 12:05,
All
Nah,
right,
dude.
all right.
like I'm dead.
Oh no, dude. All those
I am
search
dead.
party.
You're gonna have to send somebody out for me. Hey, bro, I get it, bro.
I need it.
I feel that. Definitely feel it.
Fucking need it, man.
I need it. I'm just gonna
Just-
mute myself. I'll be
It's
back.
just not the same. Hurry, dog. Don't speed.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got it.
Be safe, man. It doesn't get into their attention span. Wow, sun kiss.
Nice. Oh God, my mouth is watering right now. Holy shit. Oh,
I haven't had
man.
one of those in years, bro. That
Bro,
shit looks like crack.
Came through with the pack.
That shit is crack. You really did
Shit
come
is
through with the
fucking-
pack.
Damn.
44 grams of sugar.
Oh yeah.
It's 87% added sugar.
Think about that, man. How much is a gram? A gram is like $1, so like $44 in weight of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot
Lot
of
of
sugar.
sugar.
I'm gonna have like 4 sips.
Imagine people
Dude,
drink like
notorious.
6 cans a day. Drink a whole 6-pack of soda.
Dude,
I mean, I drink a good amount of Dr. Pepper. I have like a solid Dr. Pepper a day.
yeah. How many kidney stones have you had?
I haven't had any.
You're due.
I read somewhere that doesn't really. There's no like proof
that's not how
that's
that happens.
true. Yeah.
We're just trying to get people not to buy soda.
Well, this is a real story, and I'm
What's
sure
his-
everyone's story goes like this. Is like I knew a dude that drank Mountain Dew since he was 16. He's
Mountain
like
Dew's not
40.
soda though. That's poison.
Yeah,
Whoa,
That's actually poison. That shit is.
Whoa.
Shit's not normal.
I
Strong
remember,
words, my
like,
friend. Strong
I was
words.
like 16 and I saw the whole sperm thing. I was like,
Oh, is that real? Taurine, like, is like.
I'm pretty sure
lowers
it's.
sperm
I'm pretty
count?
sure it's proven. Yeah, like Mountain Dew can lower your sperm count, like scientifically. I'm pretty sure.
How would you even
Pretty
know to
sure,
test for
dude.
that, though?
There's that's not a natural color, bro. They had to put something in there to make it look like that. And I'm
Well, yeah.
not,
You mean
bro,
like the neon green?
yeah, like you know they color everything, but that is like, well, what
Toxic
the
waste.
fuck did they
It's
do
just
there?
slurm.
Dom is the cook here. Dom is the one who's probably touched more food coloring than I ever have. So
He's just like, yo, I've
Oh,
never seen that
dude.
shit.
I actually never. Actually, I did. Dude, you could make natural food coloring, but there was this one time at work, dude. We had this whole.
it's
shit
still
with
wild to
food
me, Dom, that
coloring
you
and-
worked. My bad. It's still wild to me, Dom, that you worked with Danny like right after you left Boca, and then now we're sitting here
Yeah,
about to do this podcast.
it is pretty crazy, dude. It's so weird, bro. It is. It's super
That's-
weird.
That's life, bro. It's so strange.
Yeah.
I was just talking to Chloe the other day.
Oh, for real? How's she
Yeah.
doing?
She's all right.
That's dope.
And then,
I was-
What?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm about to smoke. You're good.
I was this dude Matt hit me up.
Oh, I know that.
Long hair.
Blonde hair. Yeah.
Dude, I was just talking to him
Yeah.
the other day about rums.
Yeah, he has a bar in the land.
Yeah, I saw that. That shit looks fire.
He was telling me they're doing like a restaurant next door, and the guy was looking for somebody, so he called me. But I don't know, dude. That's
Yeah,
just
well, the
that's
land
tough.
too, bro.
The land, bro. I have to drive like an hour, and then if I have to open the restaurant, bro, I'm gonna have to be there super early.
Oh, that's a commitment. I'm opening one
you
right
know.
now.
You are
I'm opening up a tea house right now in Denver, in
nice.
downtown Denver. It's like a tea house, tap room, 2-story thing. So, Yeah, it's interesting because like every restaurant opening is different. There's different things that happen. Like we had, dude. I don't even. We don't even have to go into it. It's
Yeah, they're
crazy.
I got my new
yeah.
Bauhaus tea house.
Yeah,
Bar house, tea house.
yeah.
The tea house
Represent.
sounds lit though, bro. I've
Yeah,
always
yeah.
wanted to do like a tea house and like have a
I agree.
bakery cafe thing.
Yeah,
Just chill, lounge out. Denver is like the perfect spot, bro.
but okay. So the problem with Denver that I feel though, because like now that I'm here, I'm seeing it. There's so much options. Like
For like food, or what are you talking about?
yeah, so
I
Orlando
feel like
is
that's kind of like
tiny.
how it is down here though too.
So Orlando is tiny, right? And there's like a couple good spots in each area, but everything is spread out. So like to like DeLand, like Marriott, there's like really good restaurants everywhere, but like they're spread out really far. In Denver, there's just a fuck ton of restaurants and like not a lot of good ones. I'm gonna be honest, not a lot of good food. I've tried a lot of food here. I eat out a lot. Uchi sushi is
I
the
don't know,
best
bro.
food.
I'm sure like some places are bad, but I've been to Denver twice, both times spending a good amount of money on food. I was not disappointed. I had soup dumplings there for the first time.
Yeah, but like I would argue that like a palate like mine is hard to come by, my friend.
Okay, this guy's Food Wars. What's his name?
I
What's his
think
dude's name?
I think that they're like if your casual dining
God,
experience, like maybe Taco Chino, like level of cost, you're probably right. But I think once you start spending like $20 on a plate, man, Denver's popping, bro. But I could be wrong.
man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I've been whipping up better food in my kitchen, and that's on God.
Kitchen
Yeah.
You
I
know
don't
what
believe it.
sketches me out though? Sushi
in Denver.
in Denver. Yeah.
But okay, guys. So this is how I came to terms with it. We used to order at the Pop. We used to order fish from Japan. That didn't get there in like one day. You know that shit.
It
That
got
shit.
there in two. I got that in two.
You seen it? You
I
followed
seen
it?
it. I seen it.
You followed the trajectory?
I did.
dog?
I followed oyster orders, son.
At the oysters.
But but we're in Florida. There's a huge port in the middle of Florida. I mean, not in the middle of Florida, but there's ports all over Florida. There's a lot of shipping going on, so it's different.
So
Denver,
it's
they
going
have to.
from California, and then like they're traveling.
Yeah,
from
so it's gonna take
California.
even longer to get to
You
Denver.
could
But
catch
it's
it on
on
the way to
ice.
Florida,
It's-
and then
yo, we put everything on ice, dog. Fucking pork be on ice for long periods of time, bro. Because I go to King Supers, bro. King Supers has the second best sushi in Denver. I'm gonna be honest, for the price.
King Supras.
King Supers is like
I don't like that
the
name.
Winn Dixie. It's like a Winn Dixie, like a
Is it
public
really?
seller thing. And the sushi is fire for the thing. Bro, because I'll go out and spend like $18-$25 per roll on some of these rolls. And I'm like, okay, that was good, but I had to spend $20 on it. The $12 and $13, they're all like crab or spicy tuna thing. Like it's everything spicy tuna. It's like that's the only thing they can do is spicy fucking tuna in Denver.
Well, for that price point,
that's what people love, though.
You charge them $15 for a spicy tuna with an extra like flake
leave me
on it.
alone, Charles.
This is the thing about sushi, and that I really realized when I was making it a lot.
Mm.
There's nothing really that special about it. It's just rice and fish and shit. It's not like anything crazy. You know what I mean?
The
It's so
craft.
minimal. It's so
It's-
minimal.
It is a
craft.
craft. The craft is. I agree with you there. But other than that,
Yeah.
people go crazy for it, and it's like, bro, it's just rice
Just
with some stuff inside of it.
Yo, okay, there are really good seasoned rice though.
There
are
is.
really some people have like crazy amounts of like rice vinegars and different types of sugars and stuff like that, and they make some fire
Some
seasoning in
sugar.
the rice.
The-
But it is all about elevating the individual ingredients. It's very minimalistic and very kind of like subtractive. When you're,
Yeah.
I feel like in sushi they probably put stuff on it and then start just taking stuff away until it's like the main essence of like what it is you're trying to serve. At least that's how
Yeah.
I felt.
And I mean, I get it too because,
Oh my
like in Japan,
god!
they get like the most fresh fish. You know, it's like literally right. They get
It's
it
right
every
there.
day.
They're
So
like,
it's,
"Oh."
they don't really need to do much to it. So I get
The
that,
tuna?
but
Yeah, we got some.
I feel like there's just so much good food from Japan, and it's like only sushi, and it kind of
No, you know what I like from like Japan and
Mm.
shit is their barbecue. What is
Oh.
it? Yakitori.
Oh,
Yeah, bro.
Yes. Yes. Bro, at Tori Tori, we were serving it up over the fucking Binchatan. Ooh, that shit was fire. That shit was so
Yakitori
good.
is fire.
Yeah.
And Okonomiyaki, that's one of my
Okonomiyaki
favorites.
is so dope.
I didn't really like it from Tori,
It was a
but
little doughy. It could have been a little bit
it
more
was
like.
it was different.
What's your experience with
I'm such a
okonomiyaki?
food scrub, bro.
Yeah, you sorry, bro. We know this though.
It's all good, man.
I make good like staples.
Well,
As far as I go.
Okay. Here's a real question.
But that's like a staple in Japan too. That's
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
I just seen it from anime, and I was like, man, I need to try that.
I've seen
I
it just
tried
like
it,
on
and
a
I
bunch
was
of
like-
YouTube videos.
I like before I get to this
This
real
is fire.
question. I like the what are the takoyaki?
Takoyakis are
Takoyaki's amazing,
Yeah.
absolutely fire. Dom, what are you
They're hot
for?
fire.
Hot sear oven or oven reverse
Nice.
sear? Where are you at in that?
for like steak,
Yes.
hard sear. Honestly, depending how big the steak is, I wouldn't even put it in the oven.
Mm,
I would just baste it with butter
true.
and garlic and whatever other shit you want to put.
Yeah, like unless it's fucking you're dealing with like a roast, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, like if you're doing like a rib roast, I would still sear it first and then put it in the oven.
Mm.
I just feel like when you're reverse searing, you overcook it. You might, I don't know. I just feel like you can't get as hard of a sear before you're gonna overcook the meat.
Mm.
So
I
I'd
feel
rather
that.
have a harder sear and then just
Watch it from there.
let it get up to figure it
Yeah.
out.
I brought it up because Elijah and I talked about this a minute ago. Do you remember that? Like we were talking about it, and I think Elijah pulled it off for I think it was for Mother's Day or something.
Yeah, I forgot I cooked something fire. We were having that discussion.
Yeah, and I was like, oh damn, I've never done it. It just always seemed kind of like a little bit more like playing with fire, so to speak. Like
Yeah.
it could work
Yeah.
out, but it could
Well,
also
also-
like, miss it and
It
cook
always
it.
felt like unnecessary though too.
Mm.
It felt like unnecessary. I don't
Well,
know.
like, dude, with like certain cuts, like if I get like churrasco, like that shit's just like real quick.
Yeah.
That like it's super quick. There's no need for oven. But if I have like a thick like, like almost an inch of steak, I hard sear it, and then my apartment starts smoking, so I have to throw it into the fucking oven just so I don't like.
Okay,
smoke
that
it
makes
out.
sense. Yeah,
You know?
that's just a part of it too, though. Like you gotta
Yeah,
do things how it's gonna have to work. You got to make it work.
I didn't realize that. That's probably the
Dude,
main
yeah,
reason
so is
I
that
do
just-
that because I'm in an apartment.
Is that just a thing? Like, can you not get around the smoke coming off your steak like that when you're cooking it? Like, there's no way around it.
To get it that hot, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
like,
no
I've tried
way,
a
bro.
couple, yeah.
It's going to.
Yeah,
You got to open a window, set up honestly, like if you have a really good hood system, it'll work. But honestly, like
dream
nobody
is to
has
have
that in
one
their
of those
fucking
nice
house,
ones.
bro.
My dream is to have one of those nice ones. When I
That
look
shit-
at apartments and houses, I look for the kitchen. I don't even give a fuck about the
I
bedroom. or
literally,
anything.
I was just having this conversation.
I
was
look
like,
at the kitchen.
That's the
Dude,
first thing. It has to be.
I have no idea why, but every time I cook a steak and the shit just starts smoking like crazy, I feel like such a bitch. I feel like I'm not cooking right. But it's
Like
just
a
like
failure. I
yeah, I
feel you.
feel like
I
a failure.
understand. I understand that feeling completely.
I'm
It's
not good at that.
ridiculous,
I must
but-
not be good at this. This is too
Nah,
much.
dude.
The whole house is suffering. My dogs are trying to get outside. I'm like,
Trust me, I put everybody through it. I'll have the whole house smoking, dude. But
Bro,
then it's like it's worth it, afterwards.
Yeah, it's
everything
always
settles
worth
down.
it.
All the
Come on,
smoke
son.
settles.
It's always worth it.
You trying to have these tacos, bitch?
How did that paella come out?
Came out pretty good.
That shit
Came
looked
out
so
pretty
good.
fucking good, dude.
It's gone.
Your sofrito looks good too, as well.
That's what I messed up on the salt,
Yeah,
but I just added it on top,
true.
and I burnt it. I burnt the crust. So
Yo, a little
got
burnt. A little
unlimited
burnt
minutes.
probably is good.
it's supposed to get crispy, but I burnt it.
Crispy boys. I think that the best part about food sometimes is the fuck ups. That's just me though, but I think that that's like, you know, you go to going back to Food Wars, like people want to feel nostalgia. You know, their mom probably burnt, you know, the souffle sometimes, and their favorite part was that because it was just like a little saltiness because they put too much fat in it.
I fucked up the
Some weird stupid thing.
I made that stew, that chicken stew, the peanut chicken stew.
Oh, the West African inspired stew, yeah, the beef
And
stew.
I saw one that said add orange zest.
Fire.
And I fucked up. Like I was their recipe was like for like a family, and my recipe was like for like me. You know what I mean? So like, and I only fucked up on the orange zest. So the shit was zesty as fuck. But I was like, the more I ate it, I was like, I don't mind. Like this is kind of cool. Like super orange zest with like peanut chicken. Like I don't know. Sometimes
that's how
fuck-ups are good.
Yeah, that's how you figure shit out, dude. Honestly,
yeah.
Like
I would. What really pairs well together.
I make a lot of food that I just don't even like. But it's like I eat it. I have to eat it. I'm not gonna throw it away.
I did that one time.
But what's like not liking chicken food for you?
It just doesn't.
I'm sorry, Danny.
You're good. No, you're good. You're good. Fuck me.
I got it. Like,
it doesn't.
I'm gonna leave.
Because he's not like, because he's not making a dish, and it's not like absolute ass, right? You know, like he's not making.
There's some that I've made that it's like,
yeah,
ooh, this is gross.
I made some bad ones,
but
I could have told you about it if you let me fucking speak.
You know, shut up. Let me talk. But it doesn't have the balance I want. Because that's mainly all the good things that like you just want to keep eating. It just has a good balance.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, man, this is like everything just works together. It has to be like a synergy in the dish, and if it's not there,
so like
it's like I don't like it.
If you make a dish and like something is just poking out too much, you're like, it's not. You like a cohesive experience.
Yeah. Certain sometimes like I'll like there is something that I want to like have stand out, but if sometimes I do it and it doesn't in my head, it works out in my head, but like when you actually taste it, it's like, yeah, this is not. Not good.
I feel that sometimes it's just like too much. You're like, oh fuck, I need to cut this back, or I need like, oh, this is not meant in this like scenario.
Yeah.
Like this just shouldn't happen.
Like I did it with sage. I made I did a pork tenderloin with like a fig stuffing, and I put sage in it, and I went crazy with the sage, bro. And I felt like you're eating. It felt like it was stuffed with medicine.
Fuck.
I was like
medicinal. That's was it fresh
sage? It was like a little, or was it dehydrated? Fresh. It was fresh sage.
Oh man.
Yeah, I went crazy with it. I was like, man, because I usually don't use fresh sage. I'll just use like powdered sage or something, and I'm like, fuck it, dude. I need to put a lot in here. I feel like I never tasted, so I went completely opposite, bro, and went 100.
You just went.
And I was eating it, and I was like, "This is."
I guess I'll finish this.
Yeah.
You know what's really good? What's up?
What? No, what's really good?
What's really good with is like for the homogenous feel of like everything working together is like sausage rice, like chorizo and rice, because the fat content from the sausage kind of coats everything, so you get a textural experience. And if you like cook your veggies right and like add them in at the right time, you'll get like nice texture from it, and then have like a nice like fat spice, you know, going everywhere. The trick is you got to really hard sear your sausage, so you get like a crispiness to it. I'd even say fucking like cook it with it, take them out, put them in the air fryer, and then throw them back in there. Get them shits crunchy boys.
That would be a good garnish.
With
like
the chorizo,
like chorizo crumb.
Oh,
like super crispy, and then you like put it.
Or put that shit over some vanilla ice cream.
Vanilla ice.
That's one of those sushi pop.
Maybe the onion ice cream.
Oh fuck! There's a time we're just making everything. The wasabi ice cream that was fire.
Wasn't bad.
It was. I like it. I love wasabi though.
What else did we do? Denny made a fish sauce ice cream.
Bro, fish sauce goes so far. Like a couple of drops. Did he use real anchovies, or did he use just?
Well, no, we just used fish sauce. We made the ice cream base, and he added some fish sauce in it. He's like, dude, try making this. And he would try to like use it and like put it in stuff, and I was like, bro, this is not not it. It was just too. It was like too sweet and fishy.
That's gross. That's honestly the nastiest thing.
Weird mix. Like if you made it less sweet, maybe it would work. You know, you put it like on a creamy fish or like
Yeah, well, like you
like
can use put honey and salmon, that works. But like,
yeah, like a nigiri or something. You put like the ice cream in it. And it's like
you can brulee some salmon or something or some trout.
Yeah, there's something that you could do that would make it good, but
yo, we never talked about the Gina Mandalorian. We just
yeah, bro, we went crazy off the rails.
Fucking get it, fucking Gina Shapiro in a porn, and she's called Gina Mando.
That was like really quick too. We went from A to
so we actually haven't even really started, but like
it was a good intro. I feel like that's a good intro.
For sure, little soft pitch, you know, just getting the genes burning. So yeah, Ben Shapiro did do an interview with her, and I meant to watch it before we had this thing. I obviously didn't because I kind of like wanted to prolong the act of listening to Ben Shapiro speak for more than 10 minutes.
It gets really rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this sounds like a tight butthole.
Yeah, so I'm Ben Shapiro, and I was on JRE.
You sound like the Simpsons doctor.
Dude.
Well. I think that's the cop. It's not the doctor.
So what do y'all think about the whole Gina Mandalorian thing in general?
Well,
where are we at?
We all got to talk in the Ben Shapiro voice.
Well, where are we at?
Did anybody actually watch did Dom, you watch the interview?
No, I didn't. Honestly, like I was going to like try to just like research everything, but I kind of just don't really care enough.
Yeah.
Rather just say my opinion. I know enough about it, you know? And I think that's, I want to keep it like as unbiased as possible. I really don't. The average person, they're not going to know all the facts.
No, I can read her original statement. Here we go. I have it right here.
Yeah, let me get that shit.
All right.
Let's hear it.
All right, I got it. Jews were beaten in the streets not by Nazi soldiers but by their neighbors. Ellipsis. Even by children. Emoji. Sad face.
This is how she started her.
So
what
to
is
be
this?
fair, like there's quotations afterward, and then there's not quotations around that first part, so I don't know. But there's quotations around in this next part. This is her manifest. This is her real shit. Okay, so quotations start here. Remember, there was a sad emoji, so maybe someone posted that on top of it. But where it says she said it is because history is edited. Most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jews. Throwing that word around a lot. Bad start. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? End quote. And like, there's some like Instagram music attached with dead Kennedys, like a black and white picture of some crazy white people running.
Wait, that was her response to getting fired?
Oh, that's actually Jewish people being like tormented. That's rough. Okay. So that was her response. No, she said that before she got fired. She got fired for that. Basically, what she did is she's making a anti-Semitic. Well, I don't know if it's anti-Semitic. I feel she's trying to make a comparison to the plight of the Holocaust.
I mean, that's pretty.
It's a crazy like connection.
It's really.
I see what she's saying, but it's crazy connection. Like left field. Know your crowd, you know. Like
I think this type of stuff. Has to
you know your crowd, bro, because it's like mostly like
you're in Hollywood.
Who the fuck is saying that? Like, who's saying that?
Yeah,
nobody says that, bro.
When you say that, like
you could easily just switch from I'm a conservative to I'm a liberal. What are you gonna do about it? You know, I'm a progressive. I'm whatever. No, I'm not really Jewish. You know, don't beat me up. Not how it worked, dude. They made them wear armbands and like they were doing crazy shit to them. They were just different, completely different.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you don't like compare like your like. I don't think like I don't know if this is true, but has the black community and the Jewish community ever like had dick measuring contests for like, yo, who had it worse? I feel like when you have it that bad, you kind of just like you own your own fucking like, yo, we don't even want to talk about it. There's no pride in it. We fucking like that was like a low point. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
there's no like comparing. Like, it's not like a
Shit
thing
was fucked
where
up. Everybody knows it's fucked up.
yeah, let's fucking
Well,
move
I
forward
think
and develop. You know?
I think it has to do with what I was saying to you the other day, Danny. Was that like it's weird when this type of shit happens, specifically like when she's trying to compare Jewish people's like history to being a Republican in 2021, and it's just like Jewish people were slaughtered like on a million bases, and then like for black people, like we've actually had real conspiracies. Like I was saying, like Martin Luther King was assassinated, like Malcolm X was assassinated, like, and then people who like, free rights and stuff. John Lennon was assassinated, and like we're not out here like talking about like, oh, you guys are trying to like
the deep state
us. The deep state is getting us, and it's
most of the deep state killed these people.
I mean, like that's also facts. He's also spitting.
And like that's I guess the deep state killed those people, and then now we're the deep state that kills people's careers only. I'm not sure. I guess we're only going after like your Disney show or something. So well, like
that's another thing. It's like if you don't have anything to lose, no one gives a fuck about it. Like you don't bring these things up until they become at the height of their. And that's my issue with doing shit like this. And like because when I first saw this, I thought really bad choice of words. Like you don't compare to the Holocaust. That's just like that's like comparing shit to slavery. Like it's like Dave Chappelle's joke. Like it's like whoa, calm down. Like let's back it up. You don't need to like compare. We understand. Like we can empathize with you, but it's like she's making a point. It's just really left wing field whatever comparison. And I don't like the tribalism that's on Twitter and how people with fucking Cheeto dust fingers can like. Sorry, Dom. I'm just kidding. Can like,
I don't eat flaming hots, okay?
They're so fire. Can like dictate who like gets a job. I mean, I guess it's entertainment business, but it's like this person worked their whole life to get a dream job. They did it. And it's not taken away from them, but they did open their mouth, and so it's
now
like,
that's the larger conversation, though, right? It's like, and that's where it gets like super confusing. I feel like is because the same people that are upset. I think everybody's been upset with this at some point. That's what makes it even more confusing. But the same people that are upset with like being fired over saying something or having a different opinion than the person who owns the company or the shareholders that own the company are the same people who like want to refuse people service if they're gay, or like want to refuse people service simply if they don't want to serve somebody. Like luckily you have to serve black people because it's in like the federal law now. You can't discriminate and say you don't serve black people, but you can still say you don't serve gay people, or like you don't serve Democrats, or like, or that like if anybody working for you, you can like if you're a Republican and you're like anybody who works for me who's out here like spitting some Joe Biden shit, like you're out of here, dude. I'm firing you. You can do that. Like you're totally in the rights to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so it depends on how private, like like. So that goes to like like that leads to like the next topic is like I mean, does anybody have anything less to say about Gina? In the Mandalorian thing?
Yeah, I don't even have a Twitter, so
smart man.
Just throwing that out there.
You're missing some really good One Piece debates. It's so toxic. It's hilarious. So
I can't even imagine.
It's so bad. So it's the next topic, talking about fuck the cake people, and which is people refusing to serve people based on everything else except, like you just said, if they're black or not, because that was actually how
Here's my thing though. Fuck them. Yes, fuck them.
Yeah.
But they can do what they want.
Yeah, they
could go somewhere else to get a cake from somewhere else.
Yeah,
like, you don't have to go to like. Do you want their cake at that point? Do you even want their shit? Like fuck. Like I don't care if they're the best.
But no, that's
people in the city. Like fuck.
That's what makes it so tough, dude. I feel like people, they want to have this movement, but then they just do it over some shit that's like kind of petty.
It's petty.
Like, dude, you
It's
could
petty.
go, and that's what they were thinking. Like, oh, they could just go somewhere else and get a cake.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
personally, I
You
don't
know?
want like KKK people like making my wedding cake. I'm not gonna go like ask those guys to do my wedding cake.
Yeah.
But at the
It's just
same
openly
time,
Yeah,
like
they're gonna like
they
put
have a
rat poison
huge
and shit in it. Yeah.
They have a
yeah,
voting
man.
cross on
Let's
top of
just
their
say,
building.
yeah.
Let's
I'm
just
not gonna be
we're
like, let me
KKKakes.
go get that cake, son.
Yo,
I'm not
yo,
gonna do that.
that's actually some fire name for some racist cakes. KKKakes.
KKKakes.
Yo, KKKakes. That's fire. If you're
KKKakes.
racist. I don't know if the name of this should be filter or KKKakes.
KKKakes. No, we don't want
KKKakes. I think that's a funny title.
That's so ridiculous.
Then you get like a. Let me stop.
Okay, so they can do things because they're a private company. But then you have Twitter, and they're being currently sued right now because of they're being sued for a lot of shit. But one of the things is like they're being questioned about like why are you removing certain people because of certain things.
And the question is social media a utility? Like, is social media something that every person deserves to be? Like, you know, even if you hate niggers or you think somebody's gay, you still deserve water. You're gonna get water, and you're gonna pay your water bill. Like, you can't cut off somebody's water because they're ignorant or whatever. But as of right now, you can cut off somebody's Twitter feed if they're ignorant. So I guess like the first question of that is, do we think social media is a utility at this point? Is it something that everybody needs to have?
No, I don't think so.
You don't need to have social media, but you need to have a smartphone that has access to Wi-Fi. You need to have something to access the internet because most job schedules come out online. Everything to really know how to communicate with a job is online.
Google.
You have to have something to access it, whether it's a library, but like if you're homeless.
But that's what I'm saying. Social media isn't that.
It's not necessary.
It's not
social
necessary.
Media.
Social media is not necessary.
Yeah.
So like until that becomes like an absolute necessity, like people can do what they want. These companies can do what they want. If they're this way or they're that way, I mean, they can do what they want. They have to deal with it. They're the ones who have to deal with it. Like if you ban Donald Trump, I mean, you're going to lose users or you're going to lose ad money. You know what I mean? Like you're going to have to deal with that in some way, but like it's your choice. I mean, I don't think it's right. I don't think anybody has the right answer, but everybody's just kind of making decisions on what they think is right at the time. And they were like, we got to get Donald Trump out of here, dude. This is fucking wild. Yeah. And they did it after the Capitol storming thing.
So they have terms of service. Like nobody reads it. This shit is long as fuck. Nobody reads it. Nobody even knows.
That's a great point.
You honestly don't even know what they are going to do with what you have the terms of service.
I have the violent organizations policy right here.
Okay.
I had it saved in the notes because I knew we were going to talk about this shit. And because we were talking about the ISIS thing, you know? And we were talking about how like they remove ISIS from Twitter, which is like, I'm sure America is like not, it's like, whatever. But the conversation is like, where does that lead? It does give license that we do leave it up to an organization to decide what is right and what is wrong, which is fine. But it's also like, I don't know. It's just an interesting conversation.
Do they get banned off Facebook too?
So, I don't know. I imagine so. I feel like Zuck's on that shit.
Yeah, they probably ban them real quick.
So
not really. I mean, most of the insurrection shit happened on Facebook. Those are meetings all for Facebook.
That's a whole
events,
nother like can of worms. Is like, how did that happen? Like the CIA definitely gets tips to all different types of things, especially things happening in like this is the Capitol. Like,
bro, people get fucked for way dumb shit, bro. Like, these people are planning a.
Yeah, because you got to remember, like before all this shit was a discussion, there was like in the YouTube community. Like there was this whole thing of like videos getting taken down for being like quote unquote bullying or like people couldn't make like videos about another YouTube content creator because it was like remember there was like a whole YouTube.
What was that girl's name? she was like the center of it, and she was like getting everybody banned. She like knew somebody in YouTube, and like she was getting people like.
Yeah, there was.
She was an
There was
anime streamer. She used to stream and I forgot her fucking name.
Yeah, I forgot her name too. This
She
was a
was
whole
some
thing.
Weirdo.
And like the conversation with that, it wasn't like some big. It was just a conversation about like what YouTube should be doing to monitor shit. It wasn't some big concept conversation about should people be banned or like what blah 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 blah. I think it definitely sowed the seeds for like what we have now. But like we've gone through times where we've had like these companies take people's content off and like figure out what they're doing. And like YouTube has a monopoly on it, but it's like it's YouTube's site, like at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah.
And until these things are utilities,
it's not like they're the only site out there that you could stream videos on. It's just the most popular.
It's just the popular one, and that's what everybody wants to be on. They want to be on the popular one.
They're entitled. Essentially, they're entitled to do whatever they want because they're still a private company. They're still a company that run by a group of people, and they can decide what they want to do with their company. If they want to disband it and say fuck out all of it, we're literally destroying all the videos. I'm sure they have it in their closet. They are entitled to do whatever they want with everything on their shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they have themselves covered in all types of ways. Because like, why would they do that? You know, so people sign it. Because like, why would they do that? I would sign it. Like shit, I probably already signed it. I'm signing up for this.
Probably already signed it. Yeah.
So it's just wild because if you can as a person go make another Twitter and be like, I'm not banning any of these people. You can do that. You can straight up go do that.
Yeah.
And like the person at Twitter can be like, oh no, I'm not banning Donald Trump. You know, like these are decisions.
Those individuals going around too. It's not just like robots like going and like finding trigger words. It's individuals deeming it like, is this like yeah, it could be like a leftist person. It could be a center. You know, it could be anybody. It could be anybody of any persuasion, and then they're like editing. It's like how I feel like what happened with the Bible. You know, some people just were like, we're going to take some of these words out. We're going to say they hate gays.
They did that. That was called the Meeting of Constantinople. I'm pretty sure. If that's not the right title, but there was a meeting in Constantinople with Constantine where they brought in all the scholars and like all the Bible people, and they literally picked and chose what was like consensus of the Bible. So they sat there and were like, well, I don't and then they agreed, and then that's how.
You know what's crazy? There is like the Torah, when they were doing like copies of that, if any word was messed up or like replaced with another word accidentally, you were supposed to bury it or like burn it or bury it or whatever. You're supposed to like never, or like you're just supposed to bury it so that no one could ever find it, because they took it to it was so important. Yeah. Like that they couldn't change it. They wanted to keep it pure. But like the idea is like was that with King James? I remember like there was like a whole thing with King James. He wanted to rewrite the Bible, and that's why the King James version is like the one that most people use today in like Hillsong type churches and shit.
Wild. Everybody's just picking and choosing at the end of the day, bro. Nobody's fucking out here got like the law. That's the thing. Everybody's looking for like some kind of like Messiah answer to all these questions, and it's just like, I don't know, dude. Like it's pretty case by case and person to person. And like who owns this company? Who's the guy who's like making the decision? I mean, it's gonna change every now. I will say for my right people out there who like fuck with Donald Trump, I will say that it's mostly the people on the left who are trying to like not have shit be said and stuff. But that's really seems to be because we're not.
That's true. Right, people crazy shit. Right, people are like, fuck it, let it all fly.
Let it all fly, man.
They want to smoke. I'll come here to fuck some shit up. Fuck beat up some Democrats. Do you guys want to hear the violent organizations policy or not?
Yeah. I do.
All right, cool. Check this out. So they updated it October 2020. So I don't know what it was before.
We saw it coming.
Yep. There is no place on Twitter for violent organizations, including terrorist organizations, violent extremist groups, or individuals who affiliate with and promote their illicit activities. The violence that these groups engage in and or promote jeopardizes the physical safety and well-being for those targeted. Our assessments under this policy are informed by national and international terrorism designations, as well as our violent extremist group and violent organizations criteria. And then they have some examples.
Yeah, so okay. So that's the thing, bro. If you support not banning people off Twitter or not like, you can't like, okay, if you support not getting rid of people on Twitter, you're like everybody should just be on. You should, it's a utility, everybody can do it, blah blah blah. Then you really also have to support like fucking when ISIS was popping on Twitter and shit and cutting people's heads off and uploading the video. Like, I mean,
I know I supported a couple of views with a couple of my views. I like,
it's like I gotta
I
watch that
boost their
shit.
follow. I added to the algorithm.
It was
Sue
that
me.
literally happened though. People
Yeah,
watched
it's
it,
facts.
the algorithm, and then it went around even more.
That's just weird. It's like you don't want something to be spread, but the fact of you watching it and seeing it and interacting with it, you can't help it. The machine continues to grow.
Yeah.
You can't stop it once the internet
it's
has a
just
hold of it.
It made rounds. That's already like it already happened. So it's exactly what happened. It made rounds. It got popular.
And it's still probably on Live Leak. It's
Yeah,
probably
it's somewhere.
somewhere. There's a mirror of it somewhere for sure.
So I mean, and like that's the thing is like I can't be up here being like keep ISIS on Twitter. That's probably a ban. That's a solid ban right there, sir.
Solid ban.
Solid ban.
Yeah, I think we can all get behind the fact
you're on a watch list. You support ISIS, you're on a watch list.
Well, they're trying to fuck with the boys, dog. They're trying to fuck with the boys, and we got
with the boys.
our boys doing TikToks, and China's, figuring out that we, what we do, what type of tanks we got. Like, oh, they have the new tanks. All right, all right. Just kind of like what?
You can't even like call like a kid a bitch on like Xbox Live anymore. So like, you're definitely not going to be able to like spread rape like fucking pizza accusations on Twitter for like years. You literally can't hop on Xbox Live and send a kid like you're a bitch. You'll get like a day ban or some shit.
Oh, dude, yeah. I'd be fucking on Apex.
Honestly, it used to be
I'd be tearing people's souls apart. I tell people to go murder their moms and themselves.
You can say it on the speech, and then they'll have to report you, and they'll go back. But if you put anything in text, bro, it's automatic. It's
they scan that shit.
It's automatic.
Bro, remember, like, did you play Modern Warfare 2 when on?
Yeah, like back in the day, yeah.
Bro, this shit was wild.
They didn't give two shits. They didn't give two fucks what was going on.
I used to play
so many fucked up shit
on Xbox Live all the time, and it was like my parents were actually very concerned the type of stuff I was hearing.
I don't want my kid hopping on Xbox Live and just going back to Modern Warfare 2 days, bro. That was a wasteland
of shit.
Human material.
Yeah,
but you got all those kids that grew up now, or
to some extent,
what are they doing? Like they can,
yeah, we know how.
Yeah, they'd like to be edgelords and super grin. I'm freaking badass, dude.
Or they start hanging with older people and they learn how to curse, and they curse throughout all their elementary school, and then it makes them like a normal person.
But it's not the cursing part; it's the toxicity.
Yeah, it's just like getting jaded already.
Yeah, because it just gets worse. It's not going to get better for you. If you're toxic and you just keep being toxic, it's not like, oh, out of nowhere, you're not, everybody's going to be like, oh, he's just toxic.
Let me take a look at myself.
Yeah, just toxic babies. Just like toxic toddlers.
Shit fucks with you.
Dude, I don't know. I can't even, dude, having a kid fucks with me. Like, something I definitely want, but it's like, dude, you can't even, like, you can't fuck that up. Like, I mean, yes, you can. Like, they'll take him away, but like, so actually, I guess there is a
take him away. Where are you at?
Child Protective Services.
Like my boy, they'll take him away. Yeah, CPS.
That's not a good sign when you're like thinking about your future kids and you're like, they'll take them away.
Yeah, it's probably shouldn't do it.
Well, I'm just saying, if I ever want a way out, let me just.
I feel like a lot of people. It's definitely a growing experience for them. Like you kind of see things differently. I feel like for some people
it's inevitable.
It's just another day, but like like my brother, my niece comes over, she's like almost 2, and it's a lot, dude. It's a lot. It's like, damn, bro. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
I think it's always different when it's yours, bro.
Yeah, because it becomes your thing. It's like an animal. It's like having like a
Yeah, like
pet.
little pet.
looking at someone else's
fuck?
dog who's like
That's how I
who,
feed
like-
kids. It's like
who,
that's like a
like,
pet. Feed it
just
water.
like you're just like shit in the house and then like ate like fucking chocolate, so you gotta take. You're like, damn man, that's a lot
Yeah,
to deal
dude.
with. I don't want to deal with that. But then if it's your dog, you're like, dude, my fucking dog just ate chocolate. I gotta get this nigga to the vet, bro. Like, you just make it happen.
I'm so wary about garlic and my cat. I'm just like, yo, it's garlic. I dive and belly.
Yeah, so just imagine that shit like on steroids.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, that sounds like a headache for the rest of my
Yeah,
life.
it's for 18 years and then not even like. Actually, I think 18 years and then
Well, it's
after
like
that, you know, they kind of take care of themselves.
yeah,
They take care of themselves before that.
Depends on
but you
how
just gotta-
attached you are after they're 18. Depends.
you
if
just
you
gotta
treat-
kind of guide them.
Yeah, my
after
shit's gonna be
from
bullying.
18. You know,
Yo,
Yeah.
what if you guys have like a severely handicapped kid?
that's something I think about too.
Like
Yeah, I've
I
thought
don't.
about
If
it.
I had the option to like, boop, I think I probably would. I don't think I'm equipped to care for some. You know, but I don't know until I'm there though. I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
That's
That's a
tough.
crazy decision.
What? That I press the reset button?
Yeah, what if he's Stephen Hawking?
he didn't start off like that.
Yeah, well, Stephen Hawking was a regular guy.
Yeah, but he
Then
had
But
he
they're
got-
regular people too.
Yeah, this shit.
They just
Oh, yeah.
have
I'm just kidding,
they,
guys.
they maybe not physically, you know, but they're maybe not even mentally either. But nobody even fucking knows really. It's not like we could read people's minds. You know, you could do.
Dude, did you watch the new WandaVision?
No, I haven't yet.
Damn.
Bro, honestly, I just been
Dude,
playing
did you watch
Apex, so I need to get your Apex, bro, so we could.
I played the other day after I had to download like an hour's worth of fucking material. I played the other day and I got my ass ran. I'm pretty sure I just got humped a couple times too.
Yeah, they do that in that game.
Yeah.
Danny's garbage at video games.
I enjoy myself.
Yeah, it's about having
Do
fun.
you?
I get pretty
Do you?
frustrated.
Fuck!
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
fuck, god damn it,
Rage.
shit, fuck. Yeah. I just have like Tourette's when I play games. That's all that is. I'm not really mad. I'm just like,
Like when
What if-
I hear Danny play video games, I feel bad for Gabby.
she gets mad at me.
Shut up.
That's the
nigga.
most toxic I am is when I'm like driving a car or I'm playing games online. For sure. I'm like a millennial in that regard. Definitely.
Raging.
Just like I'll just be like, oh, that's why everyone fucking sucks in this team. Just dip.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're like stupid toxic, bro. Holy shit. Never mind, dude. I'm not giving you my shit.
No, I just do it.
Nah,
with, like,
I'm fucking with you.
I
dude.
do it when people are like fucking like literally leave you dying and they just
But
run around and they're
Apex is like that though. They're actually toxic. They're
selfish. They're so selfish.
selfish.
What's
It's
the
so
point
weird,
of
bro. It's like
being a team.
no, play Overwatch,
That's what
and
they
you'll
say.
be like, you know what? These guys are. What's wrong with these people? Honestly, I play with people. I'm like, what's wrong with these people?
It's
bro?
funny. I'm one of those guys. I'm one of those guys who's like plays by himself, and then like I'll just leave. I'll just leave people. I'll play I played like Rainbow, and somebody might be like downed. I'll just run by them.
No, but there's a difference. There's a
I
difference.
can't worry
dude.
about you, bro. I got shit to
Are you
do.
doing it like just cause, or like
I think it's like only child syndrome has something to do with that.
Lone
you're
wolf.
just like fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Like
just me
I've
out
been
here.
alone. It's
Oh,
always
Bill.
been me, bro. If you can't pick yourself up, bro, I'm just gonna handle this shit. And if I don't handle it, you're gonna.
Honestly,
rage
though,
me,
that's
and I
probably
don't
the
give a
better
shit.
play. That's probably the better play.
Yeah, you probably
know?
win most of the time.
You know how many times I got killed trying to pick up random niggas?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, but that's part of the thing, bro.
Yeah,
that's part of the
it's-
thing.
You know.
You win together, you die together. Homeboys
It's
for
like
life.
life, bro. You're like, ooh, let me be nice, and then someone just shits on your day after you be nice, and you're like, never
No.
again. I'm not doing that ever again.
You gotta.
Yeah, that's true.
No
You get the-
favors out here.
You get the win first, then you bring them back.
Yeah, that's more respectable. But you have to get the win.
You gotta get the win.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it's playing games is. I like Apex. It's like a chess with shooting in it.
Wait, so just you like battle royales in general?
No, I only play Apex. I don't like Fortnite. I can't play Fortnite.
Yeah,
I'm too old
Fortnite
for that.
sucks.
My fingers don't move like that.
That's too much. You're building.
These kids are like
building
have
is too
3
much.
hands, dude. They're building and aiming and like I'm like, how the fuck did they?
Yeah, those kids fucking kill me in Apex. I'm just like, oh my god, okay, you're great. Like when I see them, I'm just like, okay, I won't beat you.
Clearly born for this.
Yeah, this is just people who are just good at video games.
But it's weird that like you can make money and not even be good off of video games now. Like, how
Like, be
absurd of a
entertaining.
job. Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
entertainment,
Who's
you know?
not good? I don't think it's absurd of a job because the same thing could be said about like people who just sit on TV. You got late night hosts. What the fuck does fucking Jimmy Fallon do?
Jimmy Fallon adds to my life.
He's pretty funny. He says
I'm
some
lost
funny shit.
without him.
I could tell that sarcasm,
I
but
don't know what you're talking about.
I think he says some funny shit sometimes.
So do the
I
streamers did.
It's like a stupid. It's a weird type of funny though.
no, yeah,
I will admit.
I enjoy Fallon every now and then, but I don't really watch daytime TV. I'll just watch a YouTube every now and then. I'll be like, that seems like a funny
Yeah,
skit.
I mean, I haven't
Jimmy
turned on
Fallon
a
is
TV in-
nighttime TV, sir. Yeah,
I
fuck.
live in the night, dude. I live in the
So
night.
how are you watching
Wow.
daytime TV then?
Bro, there is no concept, dog. That's white fragility.
This is daytime TV, nighttime
It's
TV.
white fragility, my guy.
Do you have
What does
another
that even
topic?
mean?
I don't know.
Do you have do you guys hear about that? Coca-Cola had the training to be less white.
I did hear about it. I didn't watch it though.
Basically,
see it.
they hired this chick, Robin DiAngelo, who's this white lady, probably like
Last name D'Angelo?
40s. that was what they were saying on Flagrant too. They were saying like, "Yo, why do you have the blackest name?" Like, I thought it was a fake name, you know, like Robin DiAngelo.
When did
That's just a-
D'Angelo become black? That is purely Italian.
It actually, no, honestly, before you even said it, I was like, you know what? That doesn't even. I was like, where does that even come from? I might be like really.
Yeah, that's straight up Italian. I didn't know we had niggas in Italy.
Bro, I watched Money Talks last night. That shit is so funny.
Money Talks. What's that?
With Chris Tucker and Charlie Sheen.
Dude, it's because of the singer. That's why I think of D'Angelo. I think of black dude.
Oh yeah, the D'Angelo.
That's probably what it is. So anyways,
Italian.
she is the writer of White Fragility, and she basically is saying that all white people are racist and that they should try to be less racist by acknowledging that everything they do in like is racist, and they should be less white, and like that whiteness is inherently racism, and it's being arrogant, and it's being like sure of themselves and not listening to others, and all this shit like lumped up with like being white. And it's like it's super like, I understand, because you know the whole country was built on racism. Like most of the world is built on racism, like at some point, you know, like it sucks and it's a part of history. We're tribal and we're fucking animals, you know, like when we try to move forward and put the best foot forward and, you know, there's a whole conversation there, but like the whole point of that was like, it's like, is it generalizing the point of racism? Like that's like when people really notice, like, you know, because for the most part we have social biases and like encounters, like someone who like it could be like, you know, like anybody getting jumped by anybody in any neighborhood in America, but those are like prejudice and social biases that people have. I wouldn't exactly say people are racist. Like if an Indian dude got jumped by white people every day in his neighborhood, he'd probably be scared of white people in his fucking city. You know, I don't think that's racist. I think that's just like, that's his experience. If he fucking was getting jumped by white people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if that happens. Maybe it does. Fucking people crazy out here. But like beyond that, when you start generalizing, if that person were to go to like in another city and be like, yo, every white person is going to jump me, then that's when it starts getting to the racist territory, in my opinion. So it's like, isn't generalizing I think we all agree that everyone benefit from racism that lives today, like at some point, like that's what it is. But the question is, should people be using the term "be less white"? Is it a joke? Is it serious at this point? Is white fragility a thing? Oh, like what is the point true? Is the point skewed? What it takes on that, basically?
Who's going?
Someone that's not me.
Well, I mean, shit. I mean, I had a lady at the fucking wedding who was like asking me where I was from, and I like told her I was like, well, I know my father's side is from Trinidad, and she was like, oh, that's so nice. She's some kind of like lady who's like kind of higher educated, so she also was like, do you know like where they were before that? She was trying to figure out what I was without realizing that like I don't really know past an extent because of this thing called slavery. You know what I mean? So like
that's so funny. That reminds me of that Atlanta skit where that guy who has the fetish with like black culture, has the black wife, and does the black
oh
event.
yeah, and he's like
asking
where
like,
he's
what?
like I don't know.
He's like, dude, the thing called slavery happened.
Yeah, so like
I don't know.
so like that literally pretty much kind of happened. Like it wasn't as blatant because she was just trying to like get to like what I really was, and I just had to like get to a point where she asked, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know.
And then I don't know.
And then she's like, oh yeah, like we all like silently said that like slavery happened. Like we all silently said it, and then like the conversation moved on.
I feel like older white people find themselves in that fucking pickle.
She's middle aged. She wasn't even like older. She's younger than my mom. But so it's like I would definitely say that some people need to be less white. I would say that at least. I don't know if everybody needs to be less white, which I guess is the question. Like, is that
so? It's mandatory training.
I feel like that could be really. I feel like it's gonna be really confusing to mostly like kids growing up.
Yeah, it's confusing to kids growing up. It's not confusing to people.
How do you explain that to people? Yeah,
because like, yeah, I feel like it's like. Like you're gonna grow up not wanting to be yourself, like you have to understand, you have to be proud of your heritage, but I think that's another thing too. It's not like you're just white. Nobody's just white, I'm Puerto Rican and Haitian, Trinidad. Like nobody's white. You're like Irish or Italian. You're from somewhere, dude. You're not white. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like you can just be like, yeah, I'm white.
Yeah, that goes into that thing where like it's like like in the 30s, like Irish people came to America and they were shat on, and then in the 40s and 50s, like Italians come to America and then they're shat on. Yeah, but they're all white, but they're just like, oh, these are the new guys, fuck them. And then it happened to Asians. So like once Asians came, it was then Irish and Italians were like, fuck the Asians, like they definitely don't look like us. You know what I mean? So it's like it's always like a revolving door of like who's the new bad guy. And right now that's Spanish people. It's people from south of the border,
like Honduras, and
it's always the same thing. Yeah, Honduras and shit. And like they're coming over there, and it's always the same excuse.
We're always like that.
It's always that they're taking jobs though. It's every single time there's been this kind of thing.
So like, are you now comparing the Holocaust?
No. I'm comparing like immigrants.
Oh, okay. You said the job thing, so I was like,
well, it has to do with jobs. It's the only,
but that's a major point that they say. They're coming over here and taking our jobs.
They're coming here and taking our
jobs. It's all about the economy and
like what job? Well, really, what jobs are they taking?
Jobs that people don't want to do.
Exactly, and that's happened every time. Every time immigrants, mass immigration happens, they're taking jobs that nobody else is really doing.
Yeah, bro. I live in fucking like Colorado. Like the same amount of Mexican in the population we have here is the same amount of finding Cubans in Miami. It's just, but I go to Target and guess what? It's fucking white people everywhere. Still fucking Target. Like, like people can get jobs, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no like oh my gosh, like there's just Mexicans everywhere. Like I still see a lot of Mexicans doing blue collar work in America. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of shit that people don't want to do.
But going
Being the
back to
backbone.
I agree 100%. But going back to your point, I don't think I can agree with the ladies like generalization, especially when we start talking about like how are we raising like kids. Like I don't want my kid to go hang out with like another white kid and them like be talking about like the kid trying to be less white. Just like fucking go fucking hang out. Like what the fuck are we talking about?
So my problem with her is that these type of people to me are like the dude that says I'm a feminist, and it's like this like come on, bro. It's like a person who's trying to like push the hate away from themselves like so far away so that they isolate themselves in some type of soapbox. And like I don't know. I get the feeling of like she just is like the person who's saying I'm not white, I'm fucking Italian. I'm not white, I'm Italian. Like who's just like clinging on to like some identity that's like not what is being persecuted at the moment, which is like like whatever, man. Like you can make any type of a conversation about that. I just don't like that. It just doesn't seem like genuine to me. I just feel like when someone gets that woke, it just seems like they're isolating themselves and being like, I know.
Yeah, don't come for me. I'm on your side.
Yeah, I'm the ally.
Like,
Everyone else on my team, trust me. Hey, black people, I understand.
Well, that's what made me feel that exact emotion you have about that lady doing the book is exactly how I felt like when the George Floyd thing happened and people started posting like Blackout Tuesday on Twitter.
Yeah,
it became like a fad, like a clout chase.
Yeah, for sure. It was like, but like I feel like that happens sometimes though. Genuinely, people think that that's helping for some reason. Everyone's comfort, like this is again benefits of racism. Like I understand that point, but like like at the end of the day, like people really think that they're helping when they're not. Like when they're tweeting, when they're posting Instagram stories.
Well,
like,
I posted about it, and my thing was like my thing was both. Like it was also cool to see people I've never seen give any fucks before. I mean, we live in the state where fucking George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin, and no white kid at my high school was sitting there talking about Trayvon Martin and shit. No one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
So to see someone actually give a shit that never gave a shit before it felt like me. Well, I mean, like that's some resemblance of progress, right? I mean, because to be in the state where like George Zimmerman shot Trayvon Martin and it was just not a talking point whatsoever. Like, would you rather have nobody talk about it, or would you rather have at least people post Blackout Twitter and then we try to deal with it and then move on? I think people are like just too quick not to see like both sides of the shit, like the bad side and the good side.
I just worry about how genuine it is. And after, like, my thing was like once everything starts to like calm down and it's not like and honestly people have been it's been going in the same direction, it's not hasn't been like it wasn't like just a quick thing for some people to get noticed and like get some clout. Like some people really do they care about the movement, so I think that's cool, but I was worried that it wasn't going to be like that. It's like a week and later everybody forgets about it.
That's what I think, though. I think you can feel that way with also feeling like some of them didn't do that. Some of them did jump on and just post that shit as a fad, and like everybody was just doing it. So you were like, "Don't let me in, bro." Like I'm not gonna be the one not posting it. That's something too. Like if I was a white person and I had my peer group, I would be like, shit, I'm not gonna be the guy who didn't
the person who appears like they don't care. Now we're doing this now. I guess so. Yeah, sure. Wave.
So you have to you gotta respect those feelings a little bit too. Like you gotta give people room to like figure it out, bro. We're figuring this shit out, man.
You know what? Talking to Elijah, honestly, when I talk to him, like, always gives me a perspective of just like, people who have really been at this shit, really going for it, for years. At the end of the day, whatever it takes to like move forward, progress, like whatever it takes, people being influenced, people being pressured, whatever. Like, dude, like we're trying to change culture, and the culture is malleable. It is like ever changing, and it can shift how people think and conscious. Like that's proven. So like
And if
That
some people,
argument is it's always worth it as long as it moves in the way that like it's better for society. And that's objective too. But
I feel like majority of people aren't mad about it.
yeah, I mean
They
that's a
killed the
good
dude.
point.
They honestly killed the dude. They didn't need to.
well,
Come on,
that's how
bro.
I feel about
People they've been killing people
yeah,
for a long time.
exactly.
It's but that's another thing too. Like nothing has just been happening overnight. These things have been happening and they've been getting more and more and people are just fed up, dude. It just builds up and then it's just
That's
too
why it's
big.
like hard. I don't know if you have this Dom with like maybe like some of your like relatives or whatever. That's why like it's hard to have when shit happens and stuff hits the fan and like one of your relatives like goes off on white people, you know, like behind closed doors, like talk that like some of my relatives do is like it is kind of like racist. Like they
Yeah.
really get totally like, I don't want nothing to do with white people. Fuck every white person. Like they don't give a shit. And that's really because of I like their experience, bro. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't diminish their experience. I definitely feel like it's
Yeah.
wrong. Like I'm not gonna say those things, but I totally know where they're coming from, bro.
Yeah. You can understand
ridiculous.
the feelings that they're having.
It's ridiculous.
I think that's the issue. Like ultimately, like to get like on the soapboxes, like people aren't empathetic enough to like deal with shit. It's kind of like because they feel like if you empathize with someone else and be like, oh, you empathize with him, that means you support him, and it's like gets the slippery slope of like, whoa, now we have to isolate everybody, and that's what I think going back to the Gina thing was her original point. She just slipped up with the whole like anti-Semitic, like
Jewish people.
yeah. But she was spitting right before she mentioned the Jews. I was like, dude, especially like throwing that around. She was like, tough crowd, man.
It's like you get trapped and they get trapped in this bubble of like what's like, you know, everybody's out to get them, and then you just say you think I don't know, dude. You get stuck in your own little bubble and then
that's okay.
You say shit like this.
That's one,
you know, because in your head you're like, man, I feel like I'm getting treated like. I get it. I get why she said it.
You saying she's surrounded by people who feel the same way as her and she doesn't understand?
Pretty sure, dude.
And she also this was like something where she had opportunities. Like this was something that happened over like a couple of statements she did. This wasn't just like one statement. So she had one statement and then she got like flack and then she doubled down in her like idea of like, fuck all this shit, blah, 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 blah. So I personally think like I did all the stuff I said before, I still mean it about like Gina and shit. But I also think like she knew that she was going to a road of getting fired. Like you weren't doing that the last couple posts, and you look at her Instagram, she's clearly like challenging the whole shit. Like she wasn't doing that with the idea of like, I'm gonna keep my job definitely. Like she was like, she's like, this might go bad. So like she took that chance, you know, like you played.
You have to give the benefit of the doubt that she understood. Like that's a basic like like.
But you knew
unless she really drinks the juice, she could.
I think I read something though, and they were like. Most of everybody that she works with, well, not mostly everybody, but there was like, I think the other dude that she works with, they're like completely opposite.
The Pedro super leftist left.
Yeah, and then it's like she gets bullied by the, you know, like because she's different, you know. That's not like what's
that happened. That happened with like what do you call it? With Mike. Like people, like because Mike is super like right, like wing at Sushi Pop.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, like, look, he believes differently. Yeah, whatever. He kind of like,
but then he says some stuff, and you're like, I don't really want to hang around you. Yeah, I'm not. I could work with you. I can work with you, but it's like I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying to spend as little time as possible around you as I have to.
But it's like, but that's the whole point of it. Like, it's like you can befriend people and like, you know, like at least tolerate people, you know, without having to like throw a whole fit. Like, dude, like, okay, whatever. We have different views. What, I don't give a fuck. There's a million other people like you. Like, I'm not gonna fight all of them. Like, get over it.
You have the right to your views.
Exactly. The same way that you do. Like, you guys are going to disagree and be right and be wrong about a bunch of different things.
But working for Disney out of all the places,
Oh, dude. Bad
the
move.
most strict, everybody has to be smiling. Fucking happy meter has to be up all the time. Like,
well, they used to think, I think they used to say that Walt Disney was anti-Semitic himself. Like,
and I
like,
think that they said that too. So I think
they had
they
to
were
push
trying to
back
make
against
us.
it.
They can't support that.
Yeah, they have.
We can't, because it's a bad look. It's like, oh, you guys have history of supporting this, and then
Well, there you go. Their past has dictated how they must act in the future to like appear
But
not racist.
I think that's not wrong. They have to reconciliate somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, people can do what they want. You can do what you want, but
Yeah.
like most people follow the money, and that's why all this stuff is a conversation. Is because that people with money and like people that are affected, i.e., them having their jobs or whatever, are able to make these kinds of decisions. Like, oh, like, well, we have a rocky past, bro, and like people are making decisions nowadays where they can just not come here anymore because we don't like Jewish people. Did some shit back in the day too. So like we kind of have to keep this clean. I'm trying to make that money, son. And like, I mean, that's just what it is. I think the more we talk about it and the more I've thought about it since we like brought up the topic and stuff, I almost think it would be more messy if we were in like the opposite of what we were in now. Like, I know it's messy. We're trying to figure it out, but I think a place where like all this shit is just like Disney's out here like slanging Jew jokes and stuff, like it would just be a little wild, dude. I think it would be really, really crazy, I mean,
no, go ahead, finish.
No, go ahead.
Because there's like still people who are like Nazis.
Yeah,
that's a thing. Like, that's still a thing. Like, it's not like
still a thing, bro. They have rallies and they still believe that, and they follow Hitler's words, and like,
dude, we saw some
have
today,
that, bro. You can't have that, honestly.
In Denver,
it's awesome. I think
Denver definitely has a huge amount of them, but like Denver, we thought they were because they were wearing trench coats and they had like freedom fight some type of shit on their thing, whatever. David Hardy, the homie, we were walking our dogs, and he's a park ranger, so he called up his people and checked them out. Turns out they're telling people how to filter their water if we had the same thing that Texas had, just to survive. But then we were saying, like, what if that was a guys to be like, because they can't congregate and do an organization meeting in one of those state parks. It's like goes against the rules. They have to have a license for it.
What did they have on their jackets?
They had like some group. They had some leather black jacket, trench coat, like motorcycle jackets, like type of group with white lettering. I couldn't see all of it, but it was like, it seemed like some like freedom rider, like freedom. It just seemed like some America type shit.
Definitely not Freedom Riders. I'll tell you that.
Hillary Swank. The movie had me crying, dog.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It was like Hardball. Shit.
Oh man, yeah, dude. But you gotta come. There has to be some accountability. I was saying, like, you can't just go to your job and be like, you know what? Fuck this shit, dude. This is the Holocaust. You're slaving us here. They're gonna be like, dude, you're fired. Get out of here.
You're fucking freak.
Straight up, dude.
Yeah. Like, come on, dude. It's just not out of the normal, dude. I feel like people are kind of making it kind of crazy, but
well, that's the thing, is because we're only talking about these kind of like upper echelon things. It's like when you put examples like that of like regular people like having to go and do day-to-day work, like you come in there like with a fucking swastika on, like, dude, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah,
like, you're fired, bro. Like,
we're putting you on a watch list.
There's no question. And now we're talking about Twitter, and you could have a swastika in your bio, and we're like, oh, but I want to be on the platform.
Yeah. It's actually a Buddhist symbol. It's like, okay, dude.
So it's yeah, I mean, and like I said earlier, man, like I get it. Like, I do get like the want to be like for Gina to make that post about the Jewish and try to compare her persecution of being a Republican in a place where there's a lot of Democrats. Like, I get that feeling, but like I said earlier too, it's just like, dude, like black people have had leaders assassinated. Gay people have had leaders assassinated. Like, these people have like real actual conspiracies to be worried about.
Yeah.
And like, you're still over here worried about Pizzagate. Shit is wild.
They want to be oppressed so bad, dude.
They want to be oppressed
And it's
so
like,
bad.
because then it
would
makes
make
their
such
it makes
It's a
black
cool
people.
thing.
yeah, they would be like, it'll make our cause so just if
It
we
would.
were oppressed.
It would totally do what
But-
they're, but it's just not the case, bro.
It's so fucking weird, dude. It blows my mind.
It does. It's the simple thing. It's like, these are the same exact people who don't want to serve gay people at Hobby Lobby. Like,
Mm. Yeah. How do you even find that out?
I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, how do you?
Then they're gonna be like, yeah,
authenticate
if
a
you're gay, you have to
person?
wear an armband, and we're gonna put you all in the same area.
Oh my god, yeah.
But when you tell us we
But-
can't talk, it's like the Jews.
Okay, dude.
Like just like digging yourself.
It's like you're the ones doing it. You're the
Alright.
ones who are like putting people through this, and then you think you're the ones who are getting, because they fight back, and then it's
Mm.
and I understand that too. You know, you have your ideas, and then it's like people are against your ideas. And you
Combating
feel like
your
they're
idea,
attacking
yeah.
you. But imagine like all the people you feel like some people feel like you're attacking them.
You have to be able to see it beyond your own scope and your own personal feelings. You
Yeah.
know?
I think that's something that social media kind of fucked up with too. I feel like it became more of a. It was supposed to be a way for people to connect with each other, but I feel like it became more like self-centered. Like, how
Because
can it
now-
benefit me?
Yeah. What goes
Because
back
of
to what you were
business
saying, or what we were saying is like it's like whose plight is greater, you know? Like who's a victim more, who's got it worse, you know, and like feel sorry for me, which is like, look, we need to be addressing a lot of wrongs and a lot of like things that we as people have like, you know, it's weird that there's laws written that gay people can't get married. That's weird. And this is like what you get from like oppressing people, like people just like snapping back. That's why people are going crazy during COVID. Like people are just like fucking tired. They're just like tired of dealing with shit. So like we have to move forward and we have to figure things out, but it's just gonna take empathy from people to like really understand it.
Yeah.
But here we should do this segment I thought about called Spit In or Cap. So like we just throw out some shit and we say if it's like facts or not,
Yeah,
basically.
you're gonna have to get a new title.
Yeah, is it whack?
Yeah.
All right, well help me out then, bro. I don't see you
little-
fucking added anything to the notes.
Notes.
Andrew Cuomo hiding the nursing numbers and the death toll count, and then like he won an Emmy like for like us lifting a fake 100-pound dumbbell. Like, what did he really do? Is a spit in or cap?
What
Did that
you
really
just say to
happen?
me?
That's cap. That didn't really happen.
What? What didn't really happen?
What you just said.
Yeah, it really did happen.
What?
Yeah, bro. Does
I
no one
didn't
know
even
about
you said
this?
to me.
You won an Emmy?
Andrew Cuomo. Okay, he won an Emmy first of all for fucking whatever, I don't know, and he hid the nursing home numbers to make the death toll count.
This is the mayor of New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
He won an Emmy? Was he an actor?
Nope.
Or what did he win an Emmy for?
I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you.
Wow, that sounds like cap, bro. Sounds like somebody made that shit up, dude. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to play the game, but
Hold on.
yo, that sounds crazy, dude.
He definitely hid the thing numbers, the numbers, the death toll numbers. Okay, Andrew Cuomo won an Emmy. Andrew Cuomo to receive an international Emmy for masterful COVID-19 briefings.
That's a deep state right there.
Deep state.
But see, this is the thing though, and I don't want to. I keep going off topic, but like the deep state, they know if they're gonna do something, you think they're gonna be They know exactly what they're doing. They're not just gonna be one-sided. It takes multiple people. It's not gonna be one dude or one. They're gonna have people from doing different things from different sides to. It's like a RPG. You do some side quests here, you do some side quests there, join different alliances.
Who
And
is the deep state? I don't understand.
I don't know. I'm just making shit up.
So I have the
That's
definition
just something
of
they
it
say.
right here. A body of people, typically influential members of a government agencies or the military, believed to be involved in the secret manipulation or control of the government policy. So,
Yeah, it has to do with
aliens or old humans.
No, the deep state is literally whoever the president is. That's fucking retarded.
No, deep state is like the people who control the government deep inside the state.
I think it's just like average people
it's literally either the president of the United States or the CIA. I mean, you guys should watch Wormwood.
I think some of them would be in the CIA. I think it's a collective,
Have you guys watched Wormwood?
What is that?
All right. Next week's podcast, bro, I need you guys to watch Wormwood, and I need us to continue our discussion about deep state and like get crazy with it. Wormwood is about, if you look it up, you'll get like a real thing. I'll just read that.
Look at the title in the chat. What do you think about that for the title of this episode?
Oof. Cringe. I was kidding.
I don't see anything.
Help me think of a title. It's in the chat.
The Gina Mandalorian case. I want her name to be Gina Mandalorian now. It just sounds better. I feel like
it does. All right, you ready? It is a 6-part miniseries. The series is based on the life of a scientist, Frank Olson, who worked for a secret government biological warfare program located at Fort Detrick, Maryland. It focuses on the events. Shut the fuck up, man. It focuses on the events leading up to and following his controversial death, which the U.S. government originally claimed was a tragic accident, but later admitted was likely a suicide caused by a mental breakdown brought on after being unknowingly dosed with LSD. While at a meeting with colleagues from the CIA who were involved in Project MK Ultra, it is also in the present day follows Frank Olson's son and discusses his belief that his father may have been murdered due to being perceived as a potential security risk.
What is this?
This is real.
This is real.
Events. Yeah,
is real.
It sounds. I was like, damn, they went real crazy with that.
This is Wormwood.
This is called Wormwood.
MK Ultra.
Yeah, and it's So it's
does this
MK.
have Mr. Not Pendansky?
Mr. Pendale
from Holes?
No, dude, this is straight up documentary.
Oh, this is a documentary?
This is real people. This isn't like a movie.
No, this is a drama. It's called Season 1, Wormwood.
Yeah. The docu-series.
Well, there's an actor in here I recognize. How do you explain that?
Maybe they do like reenactments.
I don't know. There's probably reenactment in there. There's not no fucking... What are you saying? Yeah, they have reenactments. There you go.
No, it's not all CGI?
Peter Sarsgaard.
The moon landing.
So, yeah.
Do you think it happened?
Yeah, it fucking happened. They fucking admitted it.
Do you know that we don't have the tapes anymore?
It was updated. What?
Wait, we're talking about the moon landing or the Wormwood?
Moon landing.
Oh, I thought I was talking about Wormwood, bro.
Oh, I believe that's real. That sounds real.
I
think they landed on the moon.
They said they taped over everything, and we were also
taped over it. It's the kid's birthday.
Like seriously, like, are you serious? You,
like, oh fuck, dude, my kid's birthday.
And I knew an astrobiologist, whatever, in UCF,
Occam's razor.
And he said that they didn't have him either. And we were also in the Cold War at the time, and like racing to basically, if we didn't get to space first, we thought that like communism would have taken over, like, is the conspiracy.
Yeah. So
we had someone film it, and they blacked out everything, that way they couldn't see the stars, and a bunch of conspiracies and shit.
This has nothing on Wormwood. I just need everybody who might listen to this or whatever, like, go watch Wormwood, because whatever Danny's saying right now,
I want to check out Wormwood for sure. That sounds
watch that shit.
But I think
it came out in 2017. It's been with me ever since. Shit fucked my world up, bro.
I mean, how I don't know. I don't think they faked the moon landing. I don't think they had the technology to back then.
They had film. Stanley Kubrick apparently did the film. Is what they say. If he can
Stanley
do The
Kubrick,
Shining,
bro.
if he can do
There
The
would have been a
Shining,
fucking dude with like some crazy shit going on, bro.
Stanley Kubrick.
Actually, landing
film.
on the moon is pretty crazy.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, I would actually.
Imagine Jack Nicholson was on the moon.
He's frozen. I'm floating around, frozen. But yeah, this shit's legit, dude. We're on the fucking moon.
That's how you know you're here. I think
Danny,
about.
you think the moon landing's fake?
Well, I just heard some things about it. I'm just like, man, you know, I could see us going there, but like not going there when we said we went there.
Well, why would we have gone there and then not talked about it?
Because we already talked about it as if it was a one-time
You're
thing.
saying we literally went after just to cover it up. We literally spent billions of dollars just to go cover up that we didn't go before. So we went after.
No, I think.
Or do you really believe this? Are you?
Where did they go? Where did they go? Where do you think they went? Where do you think that rocket went? You think it just went up and like went around, or they stopped at the space station and they came back?
It
or
left and then it came back.
It left and it came back.
So it went somewhere, bro.
Yeah, and they were gone for a minute.
Mm.
Not a quick trip. They didn't have really fast rockets back then. Now they probably get there super quick.
Well, I guess in the conspiracy, they would probably like have an excuse for it. It would probably
would.
be
I know they
like,
would.
well, you can just go around the gravity of the Earth, and they can just slingshot back, and you know.
It was actually a decoy. They had one set up from before, and then it came down when everything was.
Well, the problem is also like is the Doppler belt, whatever. I think it's like all the junk that's surrounding the Earth and getting through it is kind of like a bitch. So they're saying like, but the Apollo missions all went to one area, and they have evidence of like that going there. And there's mirrors set up on the moon that can communicate back.
They have evidence of the moon landing. Just to be clear.
Yeah, I just said that's what I said.
The Apollo missions.
I said the Apollo missions all made it there, and we have proof of that. And then we also have mirrors on the moon, which proves that we did go there. But my thing is saying that like it was important that we won in the eyes of the world for the Cold War. So I can see them making a video and not taking the technology to space just because it's like we don't have time to do that shit. We need to get in, get out, you know, not play around, and filmed it to like, you know, just give the appearance like, yo, we did it.
I feel like it'd be way easier to just send a video camera up with them.
I think so too. If there's not a hill I'm dying on.
No. I hear you, but I'm just saying like, for the people who are thinking like that, like why they had video cameras back then. They probably were huge and like not that great, but the footage doesn't look that great. Honestly, we built a rover that went on Mars and it does a whole bunch of crazy shit.
That shit is so wild. I've been following that stuff.
Dude, it looks so much like Earth.
Yeah, I watched the live feed and I listened to the audio. It's wild.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, the fact that we sent something like this is the only time in our lives. Think about this. This is the only time in our lives that we'll ever see and hear another planet, like another fucking planet. You're not gonna go to Mars, bro, unless fucking technology starts going crazy. Elon Musk fucking rapes the whole world.
We can see other planets though. Why wouldn't we see other planets?
No, I'm saying like in the first time like ever. Like we can see another planet. Like we're like this is the closest we get to seeing a planet. Whether we go to Jupiter, Saturn, whatever's next, this is the closest that we'll ever get, like to experiencing another planet. Is like
because you take pictures like up high, and they have the telescopes, and they have rovers on Mars. They have pictures from Mars from before, but nothing like this. Like it looks
like live feed of it, just like moving around, taking pictures and shit. I'm like, oh my god, I think that's the live feed is from a while ago. I think someone.
So what if
put
there's
it
like
together.
underground people living there, like underground like inhabitants?
Yeah, because like the radiation of or like the magnetic whatever. The magnetic field is disintegrated, so I think the radiation, the heat rays would be hitting it, so they'd have to go underground, kind of like Gurren Lagann.
I have this weird conspiracy too, that Mars was inhabited.
I think I'm on the board with this one.
And something happened, and they had to leave, so they sent a few people to Earth. those were the aliens. They started the whole civilization. Shit went crazy.
Yeah, they're the Anunnaki.
Yeah, I feel like that's what happened.
Yep, I subscribe to that theory too. Like that's my own personal theory too. Like I'm like my head canon is like it went down like that. Like we had Mars, we fucked it up. Earth was there. We went to Earth, and that's where we're at.
What if it's like that Illuminati shit, and they have this whole thing? You know, there's like the secret book.
Deep state.
Honestly, I was watching this thing on Atlantis.
Oh,
there's this thing called
yes,
the Eye of the Sahara, and it's literally what was it? Socrates.
Yeah.
People are like really like the human civilization is like really old, and there's like a lot. I feel like there's like a lot of history and a lot of things that happened that people are like, oh, it's like a myth or whatever, but nobody fucking knows. But the Atlantis, I think, was real. This thing looks crazy, bro. He described it perfectly in his book. Socrates described it perfectly.
Yeah,
and you can only see it from the outer space.
So I listened to conspiracy podcasts recently, and they talk about and they debunk all of it, and they like, or they give you options. They don't like debunk it necessarily, but they give you options for it and options against it, and they let you decide. They were talking about that, and they were saying like he could have, like when he gave his measurements, the measurements could have been a play on words, kind of being like it's too big to measure, you know?
Yeah, see, these are the type of like conspiracies I like talking about. Like I like talking about like CIA shit. I like talking about Reagan funneling cocaine and Atlantis. You know what I mean?
What, Reagan funneling cocaine into Atlantis?
That too.
That's a skit.
That's where you got it from.
But a lot of people said that Atlantis was off the coast of Spain, I think, and then another people said that it was Antarctica, because there's a peace treaty not to have people go to Antarctica. But I know that there's scientists in Antarctica also, but they can't dig. And as the ice is melting, things are being uncovered and huge mounds are being uncovered. So if there is anything under there, theoretically, we would see it in the next 100, 200 years.
Yeah.
Fucking Atlantis.
It's crazy, man.
That's damn. No, wait.
So, yeah, this guy
did you see Wanda?
What is it?
Oh shit! Fuck.
Yeah,
Damn, you should have watched Wanda. What were you saying?
Wanda.
This guy?
Oh, WandaVision?
WandaVision. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch it. It actually looks pretty good. I've been hearing good things about it, but I just haven't committed.
One of the characters technically is from Atlantis. If you read about their characters, they like go back in that time, but it's pretty good. What were you saying?
Oh, Cuomo hiding the deaths.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. How do we get
I was like, I forgot. I was trying to remember where we started.
So like,
that's a conspiracy right there.
No, he actually did hide the numbers.
Conspiracy solved.
It's not a conspiracy anymore. It's real. Yeah. It's facts. No, but he actually did hide the numbers.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
It's crazy that people can do that and get away with it, and they're still in public office.
Yeah, Rick DeSantis.
And winning a fucking Emmy. So you're either on board with Rick DeSantis because you're like, oh shit, like our economy hasn't suffered. It's actually driving the house market up because people from New York are moving down to Florida. You know, they're like, yeah, we can fucking.
Bro, I literally just had a neighbor move in, and they're from New York.
It's fucking happening. Chiliota.
Yeah.
We were looking at
my
houses.
brother sells houses. He's like, most people come from California or New York.
Yeah, that's been it forever. That's not new to coronavirus.
True, but it's happening more so because they're stuck in their homes that they can go spend and have a yard and have like 10,000 square feet.
My entire fucking family moved from New York to Florida, and like so many of my grandma's friends are in like Miami and shit.
I mean, it's a great state. No state tax. Save a lot of money. It's cheap compared to these places. It's still nice weather. You got good amenities. You're right. It has been. People have been moving over here forever. For a while.
Mm.
So like I think that's just a case of like not proportionate. Like the congratulations are like off. Like it's a good. Obviously, people are coming down more. But it's like it's not necessarily just because like Ronald DeSantis is out here fucking keeping the economy going. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he's really doing much for us.
God.
I don't know though.
I think. Well, I think that Biden was trying to shut down Florida, people entering Florida, and then DeSantis was like, "No, fuck that. Like, no, we need people to keep coming here." And so they're like
Yeah, we
having a
ain't
whole
stopped
thing.
shit. We barely even stopped when like the shit was out of fucking
Yeah.
control.
That shit needed to be stopped earlier.
We
Like,
never stopped.
I mean, that's how Florida runs though on tourism. That's our
yeah, I see people
breadwinner.
like Universal and Disney. I'm like, damn, I want to go to Disney. I never wanted to go to Disney in my life, and now I want to go to Disney and go to the beach all the time. I want the thunderstorms, bro. I was looking at houses behind UCF today in Chiliota. Like,
Double gay, bro.
so much land.
Expensive. It's expensive. Yeah,
So
that's
much
why.
land for cheap though, bro. It's not
Yeah,
expensive compared to the houses out here in Denver. It's so expensive.
yeah.
A shit show.
I want to get like a nursery. I do want to get like a big piece of land and just have like a nursery and do like a little farm or something
Hell yeah,
off the
get some
grid. Off something
chickens.
off the grid, you know?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my fucking solar panels and Tesla.
Yeah, for real.
Mount this bitch.